Today on BowHunterPlanet, we're going to be taking a look at two crossbows from Killer Instinct, the Fatal X
and the SWAT X.
Alright guys, while Kevin and Bob are setting those up, let's take a minute to take a look online to see what we can find on the tech and specs of the Killer Instinct crossbows. Alright guys, here we are at the Killer Instinct crossbows website, and on here we can see a whole bunch of information on the SWAT bow, the SWAT X1, the one we're checking out today. There's so much information here, but let's go through it a little bit. Let's start with the specs. That's always very important. Speeds of 405 feet per second. Kinetic energy is 142 foot-pounds. Triggers 3.0 pounds on pull, which is actually a very smooth trigger when I was shooting it myself. The width cocked of this bow is 6.25 inches, very small, and the width uncocked is 9.75, which is still very small. Overall length, without the riser pads they state here, is 24.75 inches. Overall weight, 7.2 pounds. Draw weight is 195 pounds. Power stroke, 13.25 inches. They do feature on this bow some important stuff. Number one, the X cam. This is a very high efficiency cam. And it's going to take 50% off, make it easier to cock. AccuTac barrel, this is something that they have that encloses your arrow, which is pretty cool when you think about it. That's fully protected inside the crossbow. The trigger is a zero creep trigger. The bullpup design, again, with that fully enclosed look and all that, and it's got that grip that's basically directly under the middle of the bow, which gives you perfect balance. It looks like they got the Elite package, and it comes with the speed rings. It's going to come with the scope, silent crank, quick draw rope cocker if you want to just do it quickly without the crank. You're going to get a quiver for 3 arrows and 3 20-inch hyper bolts, 390 grains with field points, and a stick of rail lube. This is another thing I wanted to show you guys. I tried to film this myself. It was hard to capture with our cameras, but this is the coolest scope. And it has this really cool kill zone reticle, which is really something. So here's the Fatal X. This is a crossbow that, you know, is a very good price point crossbow. And as you can see here, around $500 right now on their website. This is a good deal. So let's go to the specs on this one real quick. So you have 405 feet per second. Kinetic energy is 142 foot-pounds. Triggers 3.5 pounds. Width cocked is 6.25 inches. Width uncocked is 9.75 inches. So the overall length is 30 inches. It does adjust up to 33.25 inches with adjustable on the back side of the bow. Overall weight is 7.2 pounds. Draw weight is 195 pounds. Power stroke is 13.5 inches. Again, this one does also feature the X cam. It has adjustable buttstock. Pro package includes comes with a scope rings, the sled rope cocker, quiver, 3 bolts with field tips, and rail lube. So a little bit different than the Elite package, but still a really nice package, especially at this price point. Let's take a look at some of the photos of the bow. As you can see, it has a great design to it. Very simplistic design in my opinion. It's very simple, but yet you're still getting a great deal and a great power package. Look at the safety underneath. So these right here will protect your hands from coming into the rail. We can see the adjustability on the buttstock here. Nice grip with this honeycomb in here, so it's a very nice feel to it when you're touching it.
Speed test for the Killer Instinct SWAT X1.
379.
So one of the things on the SWAT X is the safety feature of the anti-dry fire. You cannot take this bow out of safe unless there is a bolt in the barrel. Now that I have a bolt properly loaded, I can push this forward and take the safe off. So that's kind of an added safety feature so that you can't dry fire this bow. Speed test for the Killer Instinct Fatal X.
394.
We just got done shooting the crossbows from Killer Instinct. the Fatal X and the SWAT X, and what'd you think, Bob?
I like both of them. I really like the SWAT X1 just because of the fact that they've come out with this barrel design that's a closed barrel system. So your bolt's not exposed.
It's really a compact bow, and I like that. This one's, we have the cocking mechanism on
This
there.
has the cocking mechanism. It took a minute to figure out, but once you figured it out, it's actually a nice system.
Yeah.
It can go into a backpack. It friction fits into the butt end of the crossbow. Real easy to crank. But this crossbow has the 50% let off cams on it.
Right.
They're synchronized cams. So pulling it back, looking at the radical limbs on this and everything, you would think this would be a real pain to pull back. It's actually quite easy. What I've noticed on this scope, it's a Lumix. It's got a blue reticle in it.
Yeah, I know. Both of these crossbows, the Fatal X and the SWAT X, you can turn it on a blue reticle. I've never seen that in a sight before.
I have never seen it in a
I
rifle
gotta
sight.
tell you, I love it. It's so relaxing on the eye. The Fatal X is a more economical model, but I gotta tell you, I love this bow. It really is. It's fast. I like all the rubber grips on it. I like the adjustable stock that I can, adjust it real easily to make it comfortable for me. Same thing with the scope. It's got the blue or the red reticle. I really like this bow. I could see myself hunting with this. They're both nice and compact. You could easily use them inside a ground blind or a tree stand. And they're smooth, they're quiet, and they're fast. And when you cock this, it's down to like 6.25 inches. I mean, that's small, and it's got a lot of punch.
Yeah, they both come in at 6.25 inches cocked, and that's extremely small for a width of a crossbow.
You know what? I had a good time shooting these.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun shooting these. Nice, dependable. Look at the killer instinct. But just sweet crossbow, real nice crossbow.
So you're gonna want to get out and get your hands on these things and try them for yourself. Like always, my opinion doesn't count. It's when you get out and you shoot them yourself and say, you know what I like or what I don't like about this. But we'll see you next time on BowHunterPlanet.